lay some flowers in the water, say a prayer, and we'll be in the waters closest to him.
A special memorial paddle event tonight as family and friends of Jacksonville firefighter Brian McCluney gathered in Port Canaveral near where he and his friend Justin Walker were last seen going fishing last August. This Sunday marks 1 year since the two off-duty firefighters were lost at sea. The crosses that were left at the search scene a year ago brought back to the beach today, where McCluney's wife, children, and loved ones paddled out into the ocean this evening with flowers to honor him. And 1 year later, and still no answers as to what happened to Brian McCluney and Justin Walker, despite a massive search to find them.
Just see if I can find the picture that my mom had always said, this is the one where she knew.
Not a day goes by that Stephanie McCluney doesn't think about her husband, Brian McCluney.
He was the football player and I was the dancer from the dance team.
Her high school sweetheart who was lost at sea.
Loyal to a fault.
I just wish I could hold your hand. I just wish you could put your hand on my knee, put your arm around me.
He and Virginia firefighter Justin Walker left on a small boat from Port Canaveral last August to go fishing and never returned.
Discovery Senior reported an overdue 24-foot white robalo with a black T-top with 2 people on board.
The Coast Guard, Jacksonville Fire Rescue, and more than a dozen other agencies, along with hundreds of volunteers in their own boats and planes, spent 6 days scouring the waters from Central Florida to New England. The only sign of them was a small tackle bag found floating off the coast of St. Augustine.
Still get a lot of messages via social media, and it's people, really wanting to help. Can you identify this? Like, what about this? This washed up on the beach somewhere. Can you identify this rod, this reel, this? Look, there's a boat floating. Does this look like their boat? But there's been no answers.
She says her faith has gotten her through the past year as she, her 7-year-old son, and 9-year-old daughter go through the grieving process in the middle of a pandemic.
I will say COVID definitely threw the kids for a loop as well. Any sort of normal routine was kind of stripped from them, so that seemed so hard for their little hearts. It was hard for mommy to watch.
So the shell was from a beach trip that we
treasuring the pictures they have together and sharing the happy memories. She knows they still have so many unanswered questions.
What if daddy's on an island somewhere? They still have that in their hearts, and then, no, then the next day they'll say, no, daddy's looking down on us, like daddy's our angel.
Do you ever think in the back of your mind, maybe he's still alive, maybe he's still out there?
Oh, of course. I mean, maybe sometimes it's silly on my part, but I still have like these visions of Brian and Justin and Tom Hanks, castaway, kind of gruffy, and coming to my front door.
But 1 year later, she's no closer to knowing what happened.
We don't have to have the answers. We don't need them. We just need trust. Trust that he's got it. It's under his control.
This week, she and 3 of Brian's closest friends plan to get tattoos in his memory. Hers will have his name and her favorite scripture.
Like God just kind of picked it out for me, and it says that, he will be with us when we pass through the waters, and the flames will not consume us. So it seemed to fit the circumstance of being lost at sea, and it seemed to fit his passion of firefighting. So it's comfort, great comfort to me.
As is the support from her firefighter family.
Still checking in, on the regular. What can we do for you? No, I can't go and have a cup of coffee like I would before COVID, but there's still very much a presence. We've still got firefighters that drop by just to say hi to the kids, to say hi to me, just check in, and it's been beautiful.
Now she says it's time to give back and wants to be there for others who are struggling with loss.
If I can help someone else, it puts purpose to my pain, and that's where I'm headed.
She She is a woman of tremendous faith, and she told me this weekend she plans to spend time with family and friends and with her husband's fellow firefighters. And on Jacksonville's west side at Fire Station 31, everything still sits in the locker exactly as Brian McCluney left it 1 year ago. Sunday night at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear from Jacksonville Fire Chief Keith Powers. He opens up to me about how the impact that this search had on him and how Brian McCluney is being remembered. That's Sunday night at 6 o'clock.